Have you ever wondered how your brain processes information and coordinates various activities? The brain, an organ of marvelous complexity, is divided into several lobes, each responsible for different functions. The frontal lobe, found at the front part of the brain, behind the forehead, serves as the control room for higher cognitive functions. Its primary motor cortex plans and executes voluntary movements. It's also home to Broca's area, crucial for speech production and language comprehension. The prefrontal cortex, a key player in decision-making and problem-solving, also contributes to the expression of personality. The frontal lobe coordinates sequences of movements for complex tasks and influences emotional responses and social behavior. Moving on to the parietal lobe, positioned near the top and back of the brain, behind the frontal lobe. This lobe houses the primary somatosensory cortex, which processes sensory information from the skin, muscles, and joints. This cortex enables the perception of touch, pressure, temperature, and pain. The parietal lobe is also responsible for spatial awareness, hand-eye coordination, and plays a role in attention and the integration of sensory information for perception. The temporal lobe, located on the sides of the brain, near the temples, is the auditory command center. Here, the auditory cortex processes auditory information, making hearing possible. The hippocampus, crucial for the formation of new memories and spatial navigation, resides here. Wernicke's area, involved in language comprehension and understanding speech, is another key component of the temporal lobe. This lobe also assists in recognizing objects, faces, and complex visual stimuli. Lastly, the occipital lobe, situated at the back of the brain, is the hub of visual processing. The primary visual cortex processes visual information received from the eyes. This lobe is responsible for color discrimination, object and pattern recognition, and depth perception. In summary, the frontal lobe manages higher cognitive functions and motor planning. The parietal lobe handles sensory processing and spatial awareness. The temporal lobe oversees auditory processing, memory formation, and language comprehension. And the occipital lobe takes care of visual processing. It's important to note that these lobes do not operate in isolation. They work together in intricate ways to support complex cognitive and motor functions. The brain's interconnected nature allows for the seamless integration of sensory, motor, and cognitive processes. Understanding the specific functions of each lobe provides insights into how the brain processes information and coordinates various activities. The human brain, truly a marvel of nature,